Shut up, guy!
And find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy.
Hey everybody, so I decided to go live and talk about my little short trip to Tennessee. So I'll take a minute to wait till some people come in here. I just have I just have a few videos to show you guys and a few things to talk about. I am going to spread this out because I just have I just get so I'm so unorganized, and it's so hard for me to organize my thoughts, and it gets really bad and jumbled when I do really long streams. So I'm going to try to keep this to like an hour to two max. Hey Lisa and Pink and Marika and Sherry, how's everybody doing? So my title says today, part 1 of the January 2023 Tennessee trip. And then it says, why, as a subtitle, why does Don consider trying to find answers for summer? Why does he consider that causing problems or trying to cause problems? It's odd. So we're going to talk about that because for some reason, that's what he thinks of my trip, that I was trying to cause problems. So either like somebody has been in his ear, or I don't know. I don't see how a parent of a missing child, when he knows, Don and Candace know I don't freaking go there to harass them and bother them. I know that they lie, so I don't want to talk to them. I'm trying to talk to other people. Everybody's there's tons of people talking to Don and Candace. So I just am trying to talk to the locals, and see what word around town is and stuff. And for some reason, Don thinks it's that I was there causing problems. Oh, well, he messaged me today and then tried to act like he didn't know who I was. Just a little message, and then freaking blocked me. And I'm going to show that. Right, Selena? That's exactly what I said, Selena. Wait till you see the screenshots. The first thing I said to him was, when he said something about, what was he saying? I'll show you guys. Yeah. He knows my real name. I even emailed him or wrote him when he was in jail under my real name, and even said, signed as my real name and Ziggy. But I imagine people are in his ear too. But I don't understand why his experience with me has not been that. I mean, as far as me going down there to Tennessee, I don't bother him when I go down there. Never have. Hey, Cool Gamer. Hey, Dums. Oh, hey. Wow, it has been a long time. Yeah, Jody Sue is the problem. She's one of the main problems, and it's so irritating hearing her come on here and speak of like other creators as tragedy pimps when she's like the number one tragedy pimp of them all. Are you serious? I have a funny video to show you guys too. Speaking of Jody Sue, let's see which one is this one. Okay, actually, we'll do this one first.
Give a fuck what you think of.
You're so pleasant, Jody. This is just a little clip from our live the other day when I was in Tennessee. If you happen to hear a honk on while you're on Jody Sue's live, anytime from Sunday to Wednesday, it was probably me just giving, just saying hi to Jody Sue. Has Dawn heard the videos of Jody Sue prior to Summer going missing? I would think so. Oh, exactly, Connie. Wow, Selena, that's easy. Right, elated soul? So here this is just a little clip out of, this was actually from Tiffany and Marie's live. So this is a screen recording of Tiffany and Marie's live during a point when I drove by Jody Sue's house. Hold on. Hopefully it'll be loud.
Give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't. Trying this start. I mean, for content, might and nice. For one of the creators to get attention today to make clip arcs this month, they want to rob and cut lead and spew Kool-Aid. Give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay?
She really messes up her words there. Can't. Well, I found out why you couldn't hear the honk.
Fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't. Give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't. Give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't. Give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't. Try to give a fuck what you think about. I hate, okay? I really don't.
So it wasn't as loud as I thought it would be because we found out, and I'm not going to be the one to dox her. I mean, she's still on that same location, just moved around. I'll just say that. Slurry Sue. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. She is. I also got a video. My computer will. Well. It's I guess it is across a street. So her house is on a like a corner. So yeah, one of those streets it's across from. And I don't know why she's doing that, and I don't know where her daughter's staying because it's a freaking shed, like a 8x10 shed or something. So I don't know. And Laura is still under the impression that Damien went to the Army. I don't know. This trip wasn't about picking apart Dawn and Candace's life. This was talking to hopefully a couple other people that we hadn't heard from. And I did accomplish that. Kind of. I mean, it wasn't as... I still am trying to get a hold of the person that saw Candace that day. And I don't care who gets a hold of him, if somebody else does or whatever. I don't care who gets the information. I just want Summer found. And I wish we could all just work together, really. Hey, Killer Looks. And anyways, okay, and so yeah, she has this dog on a 3-4 foot chain. Here, let me pull this up. I'm trying to pull up the other video I have. Oh, thank you, Killer. So there was a photograph produced with Boogie and Jody's sister, Amy's husband. Oh, really? Okay, so he's not in the Army? How do you, or where do you, how do you know what the smoke hut? How do you know she's in the same location? Is it just because it looks like the same location? I believe that's why it's so dark in there, guys. It's because she's in a shed. And she probably hung a curtain behind her to make it look like she's in the same place. Even in somebody was telling me the other day, and I don't even know if they want me to say their name, so I'm not going to say it, but that makes sense because one time her camera accidentally flipped around and there was wood paneling on the wall, and it didn't look like a camper. So that's exactly why. She probably goes back and forth between them. She's relevant because I feel she knows where Summer is. And I think a lot of people believe that. Oh, it doesn't look like I have to resend that video, I think. It didn't go through. Dad, nap it. But okay, share. That one. Now that one says attachment's too big. we go. Uno momento, por favor. Okay, hopefully it goes through this time. A yard barn. A barn animal, like she's a barn animal. Oh gosh. No, I only say, say these things about her because I truly feel like I don't understand why she was at the bottom of the driveway from 4:30 to 5. Do you guys understand like how far that is from her place? Like it's a long walk for her to go all the way down her driveway over to Dawn and Candace's. Hey, Peachy. Okay, let's see. Hopefully. Oh, I don't think it sent again. Well, no, it looks like it did. Here we go. So, driving back up to her property from... Okay. Oh, you guys... Okay. The side of the house, going towards the back of her, and I'm going back. Here's the dog. She has a dog. I'm like a freaking 5-foot chain out there. Then you go up. And you have all that junk. Are you watching? Mm-hmm. This gross pool. Oh, wow. Fizzle, that's crazy. She poos in a bucket? I've heard that. She also throws her freaking bloody pads on the floor right where she's at and just like pulls them out of her freaking britches and slaps it on the floor like a freaking heathen, and then has no shame and has people come over with this shit on her floor. And you guys are going to tell me that she would have something's not right with her. She doesn't have normal feelings like, most people. If she can literally like have bloody pads all, on her floor and people over with no shame. Just this absolute like disgusting. Laura, you guys will hear Laura describe it. Fred described it too later on when I talked to him, but unfortunately that recording did not record, but it is what to talk to him and maybe think of some questions that I haven't thought of. You can't see me. Or hey Sharon. Okay, so we're gonna watch that. I'll watch that again. I need to clean said that before, but now I have to because I remember. Okay, let's property from the side of the house. Go. So driving back up to her property from the side of the house, going towards the back of her house, and I'm going back. Here's the dog. She has a dog. I'm like a freaking 5-foot chain out there. Then you go up. And you have all that junk. Are you watching? Mm-hmm. This gross pool. So driving back up to her point. So according to Laura and Fred, Cloud Apartments in Kingsport had to be condemned and torn down due to how horrible Jody, Sue, and Andy left their place. It was so infested with roaches and disgusting and cat piss and shit. They had to tear down that side of the building. No joke. Look into it. Cloud Apartments, Kingsport, Tennessee. It's a true story. Then she has Laura. You know, she always if an animal got loose or something, you know, she'd always come down there and accuse them of stealing stuff or whatever. One time she came down there and asking Laura to help her find her cat or something, or she couldn't get her cat or something. And she was needed help. And so Laura agreed to help her and go down to over at 125. And she had to go into her place, and she said she walked in and then walked directly out and said, "This is a damn shame to live like this." Dude, I was cracking up. I said, "You did not say that." She goes, "Yes, I did." And there was a bloody pad on the floor, and like she just pulled it out of her pants and slapped it down on the floor. And I thought she was just like, you know, just saying she's that disgusting that she would do something like that. But no, she, according to them, she did do something like that. So is she really somebody who would, if she knew something about a little girl's disappearance, would she feel any type of shame, guilt, anything? Are you serious, Ina? Has anyone heard the 911 call Candace made before Summer vanished when Summer is heard in the background? Someone says in the background, he is trying to R her. Call Candace made. Wow. I've heard the call, but I didn't notice that because that would have been definitely something I would not forget. It's kind of like when Dawn talks about a 12-year-old's body being sexy from hell. Or being sexy as hell. Sexy as hell, sorry. Candace had a rectum when she was 13 years old. And Candace was like, "No, she's 12. Like, and they both talking like it's completely normal to be attracted to children. But personally, I think the people that need to be focused on are Andy and Jody Sue, and then, from there, find out who hired them to do what they did, allegedly. So weird that Jody Sue and Andy were together all those years, and then Summer disappears. Fred and Laura saw Dawn give Andy money the evening that Summer went missing. And I guess Jody Sue was like hugging all over Andy that night, according to, he said, Fred said they looked completely fine. And he's like, next thing you know, like, shit hits the fan, and, he's in Knoxville. He takes off to Knoxville. And they're separated. Now he's remarried. What happened so traumatic in their relationship that could not be repaired after being together for 20 some years? Or however long it was, 20 years or whatever. Really, at that time, and then also, Fred and Laura talked about how they overheard Jody Sue bitching at Andy that night, down there when Dawn gave Andy money. They overheard Jody Sue bitching at Andy for saying, why did you tell our daughter that you saw Summerwell's dead body? Why did you say you saw Summerwell's dead body? Why did you say that, Andy? You'd have to be kind of, you pretty demented in the head to say such a thing. And if you said that, then I think it's the truth, allegedly. Yeah, exactly, Rose. I just have to go with who has the history of being the most honest. I would be really disappointed, of course, if I found out anyway I was fooled with, Fred and or Laura, but it's just the only, the reason why I'm sticking to their word. It's not just because I'm the one that talked to them. It really isn't. Because that's not what it's about. It's about finding Summer, and it doesn't matter, like, the truth is the truth, whatever that is. Yeah, it's not because I talked to him, it's just they just have the best track record of anybody else who anyone's talked to. We've had Dawn and Candace straight out lie, and Jody Sue definitely straight out lie. To me, in my opinion, Andy lied. He knows he was on that road that day. Why would you tell people you weren't on that road that day when you were? Just makes sense that they're hiding something, or he must be hiding something. Because why would you lie about being on that road? Okay. So while I was in Tennessee, let me show you guys this. The last day I was there, well, the night before I left, or the afternoon before I left, I did message Dawn and just said, hey, how's it going? Okay. He didn't respond. It's fine. I didn't try stopping. I didn't even stop at the end of the driveway for even pictures or anything, or or a video. But he responded today, and he knows my name. And before anybody says it's completely spelled different than the other Adrian that he's Facebook friends with. He's not Facebook friends with me. And he knows I wrote him a couple times while he was in jail and I put Adrian AKA Ziggy. He knows my name's Adrian. I've met him, talked to him several times on the phone. Anyways, he decided to play games with me today and said, I said, hey, Dawn, how have you been? So I sent that on Tuesday, 12:41 p.m. Today at 1:49 p.m., he said, just trying to rebuild from the ashes, praying for our daughter and boys. And I said, I've heard you guys are doing pretty well and staying out of trouble. Then he says, we're trying. There's been a lot of corruption all the way around, and then my behavior didn't help matters. I said, oh, there's definite corruption in that area, and everyone is now on to Jody and Andy. And then he goes, awesome. Look what he said now. Now Ziggy's hanging with our local meth head with her little girl, and then brought him on our property while she knew we were in church last Saturday. Okay. Oh my God. I was like, is he really going to talk to me like he's not talking to me? So I played along with his little thing, his little game. And I said, Ziggy was there Sunday to Wednesday afternoon, so that's not possible. And he said, huh? I said, wasn't there Saturday? He said, okay, but she was here and uninvited to start trouble for us. And I said, why do you think she was there to start trouble for you? Why do you think she was on your property? Then he blocked me and didn't respond. So he's trying to pass rumors around or something. I wasn't even there on Saturday, and I have proof of that. I didn't even spend the night Saturday night there. I was in Virginia Saturday night. I didn't get into Tennessee until Sunday, and I left Wednesday during the day. I am back. I'm nowhere near Tennessee right now. I didn't go on Don's property. I know nothing about Fred going on his property. That's not true, by the way, about last Saturday. He was in the hospital with his mom. So another lie. Why are you lying, Dawn? Now that I think about it, this pisses me off because I know he was in the hospital with his mom. Why do you keep doing that stuff? And I don't understand why he doesn't want me talking to people to try to figure out what happened to Summer. It just does not make sense to me. I wasn't bothering him at all. Hey, butterfly kisses. Yeah, 15-mile radius, yeah, or more. Least honest person is Ronnie Lawson. Jody said summer happening made things worse. Well, I don't think Elevated Soul. I don't think that Dawn and Candace are now people. They're not. People don't care to talk to them anymore like they used to. It's not that we don't have that urgency. At least I don't. I don't know about you guys. I mean, maybe some of you guys that haven't talked to him maybe would like to. I don't know, but maybe I'm just speaking because of saying that because I've talked to him before and been there, done that, and I know that I'm not going to get anything new out of them that anybody else can't or can or can't or whatever. So if they're not gonna, and let's say you can't just focus on the parents either. Like, you know what? There is a chance that they were not involved. So you have to talk to locals. And I don't understand why he wouldn't want that to happen unless he didn't want answers found. And he took Minnie Surrender and went directly back to the hill for his drugs. Yeah, I still have the dog, Selena. Aw. Thank you, Ava. That's sweet. That's really sweet. I don't think they Elevated Soul. I don't think they harmed her. I can't imagine Dawn harming her. As far as well, I think he harmed her, but maybe not in the sense that we're thinking, not in a way that would end in her demise. Maybe in other ways, but I'm more focused right now on where she is and like what happened to her. I do think there's a possibility that Dawn doesn't know. But it's just so hard for me to believe that Candace doesn't know anything. I mean, she ran into Jody at the end of her driveway at 4:30 to 5. It doesn't make sense. She gets there at like 3, a little after 3. And then she's down at the end of the driveway 4:30 to 5. It's like she's meeting up. To me, this is what it seems like. It's like she's meeting up with Jody Sue at the bottom of her driveway, handing off Summer. Then it's like Andy came and picked up Jody Sue, or took Summer from Jody Sue. And then Andy went down to the end of the road to meet somebody. And then from Candace meeting up with Jody Sue at the end of the road, she goes down towards the end of the Ben Hill. Now we find out she was in a vehicle. There was no walking. She was driving. Fred cleared that up. He talked to the guy who saw her that day, and she was driving. She was not walking at the end of his drive. Well, he didn't witness her walking. He witnessed her driving past, asking if Fred and Laura were there. He said no, they were hauling off vehicles. And she said something about her little girl was missing. That was supposedly 4:30 to 5. Well, This is the whole thing. This is why we get to the whole thing with Ronnie Lawson, that whole drama that happened about why didn't you call 911 for 3 hours, 4 hours? Remember that people didn't want to believe Ronnie Lawson said that. Well, now it's obvious. She was over looking for Summer at 4:30. So now we're down to a window between 3:05 and 4:30. Where did Summer go between those times? I don't think Grandma is with Candace, and voice seems like a younger woman. Harmed her. After the milk jugs, why would she know that at that time? Did you hear Sue say about her estimated time after the milk jugs? Why would she know that time? Well, you know what's weird? And that Tiffany Marie had a good point that she was telling me, because she was mentioning that Ansley Daniels and how they don't take into account that video. So it's almost like the media knows that video was not the day that Summer went missing with the milk jugs. Because they're saying the last known video is of her at the video of her in the back seat. Very easy for them to find out when that video was like child's played as somebody in that line of work. That's probably so, but I wish they would tell the public more. I mean, who knows what time? Look at the affidavit into the Idaho killings. Oh, they really did their homework with that case. It's crazy. And Ava, thank you so much once again. With the lemonade the Wells had, Candace went to a rummage sale and bought $60 worth of school clothing for Summer. There was no plan to eliminate her. Hey, Pam. Okay. Thank you. Amazon driver is crazy to think about. I know, but it's okay. Let's watch. I sent myself another video for us to watch because there is no way that they don't go up that hill. They leave your freaking packages at the very driveway. Delivery drivers. And how do I know that? Because when I saw Fred the last day that I was on my way out on Wednesday, there was a package at the end of his mom's driveway, all the way at the bottom, and I carried it up the driveway. I mean, these driveways are super far from the houses. I mean, Summer could have went all the way down to Ben Hill. I'm sure. I mean, yeah, sure, it's possible. For sure, I guess. But gosh, you would have to have the perfect timing. That's just strange because nobody's ever going down that road. Somebody would have had to been like the perfect timing. It couldn't have been anything planned, really, because how would they? You can't see people from Ben Hill Road. You can't see if anybody's home over at Ben Hill. I mean, except if the lights are on or not. Hey, Mimi. Oh, thank you. Hey, Mama Dukes. Okay, so thank you, Nun. What time did Fred say Andy was on Ben Hill again? 3 to 3:30. See, so that's a good. Thanks for asking, because that's a good point, because that means that my theory about Jody Sue at 4:30 to 5 at the bottom of the driveway doesn't pan out, because he would have had to already have been. He was seen earlier than that. Wow, I wonder what. That's crazy. So. And I'm trying to put a timeline together to put this together visually, so we could. It's so hard to put it together in your head, and I want us to have something almost like a timeline that any of us can access to add. Well, certain whoever has permission to access it, like with their email, can add certain events to the timeline. Maybe we could build this timeline up and even narrow it down even more. So I wonder what Jody Sue is. Okay, if Andy was on the road at 3 to 3:30, back at the end there. Huh. I wish Fred would have saw that first truck. I'm surprised I used I start bothering the Wells? How did I bother him, Nikki? Why was Josie feeding her pills for her nerves? I say yes to keep her where she wanted her. Trying to listen here. I'll stay where I'm at, but definitely rewatch later, so I know everything that you've been saying, and you're appreciated. Oh, thank you, Connie. True, I suppose so. Kiki. She could have kind of known a delivery driver that came all the time. I doubt Candace was watching the kids outside. Oops, I didn't mean to. That first truck, yeah. She's a drug dealer. Fred mentioned several times when I saw him that visit is like, why would she both of them said it at different times to me. They both said, why does she go around bragging, being a snitch for the cops? Is she trying to get killed? And just so you guys, oh, by the way, Kenny Lawson, the one that she snitched on, how he got out in October. Yeah, he got out in October, but he had to go to a halfway house. So he actually just got out like a few days ago. So that's Jody Sue, you probably are shitting bricks, aren't you? Because you set that dude up the day he got out of freaking jail. You are so dirty, dude. How do you go on here and sit here and brag about being a snitch and setting people up just to, you just are you dumb or not? Jody, you see trolls in here? No, but killer, that we do know that the third vehicle that came in after Andy, though, that vehicle has been cleared, I think. Well, according to law enforcement, Andy and Laura aren't that sure and don't know if they believe it. But supposedly the vehicle that came in after Fred, that Fred and Laura witnessed, which was a like silver-ish type of Jeep, small Jeep type framed vehicle. She said it wasn't necessarily a Jeep, and it had out-of-state tags. Well, so I guess that girl was supposedly staying down at the Redmonds during the time, and she was in from out of state. So that would make sense, the out of state tags. So that third vehicle, now we just need to know who the first vehicle is, and we need somebody to talk to that girl too. That's something that maybe I can try to get a hold of her, or somebody else can. I mean, it should be pretty easy to figure out who she is, because she's from out of state. And it's going to be, I think she's the daughter of the Redmonds, a young, like 18, 19. So it would be interesting to ask her what she saw. Did she see a vehicle in front of her? What type of vehicle? You know what I mean? If we can talk to her and see if she saw a Kia Soul, I mean, Andy would just be toast. Like, I mean, according to me, I'm already pretty sure that he was on Ben Hill Road, in my opinion. And it doesn't make sense to me why he would lie about it. Hey, Chase. Yeah, I'm told that there was all kinds of cameras. Actually, and also, somebody was also wanting me to ask Fred about a station wagon. I'll do that. And Fred is more than happy to answer people's questions. Like, if you go and talk to him, really, you just go to him respectfully. It's just hard to catch him. He's not good at technology at all. He's not very. I think he's dyslexic, and so I think he has a little trouble communicating through like text and stuff. So it's just easier to go talk to him. And anyways, scream. Hold on, Fred Sarek. Okay, I was talking about. Fred said that law enforcement has Andy on camera that day. He is like so sure. And Fred goes, I don't know why Andy keeps denying that he was on Ben Hill Road that day. They have him on camera. Law enforcement has him on camera and he knows it. Why is he denying it? That's what Fred said. He said Andy knows law enforcement has him on camera on that road. but he won't admit it. He's like the complete opposite of Jody Sue. Jody Sue's the type of criminal that goes on, one of those ones that goes back to the crime scene and watches, like, kind of involves himself in the community, kind of keep tabs what's going on. Andy's just kind of laid low, which has actually worked out better for him, but he still is still acting weird about, when asked what car he was driving that day, he's going to say he didn't know. Are you serious? How many times do you think he was asked that question by law enforcement? How the heck would he forget something like that? He just doesn't want to say he was driving the Kia Soul, because if there's somehow a video that gets released or something, he doesn't want to have to explain it. I don't know. Text between, okay, so the timestamps on between Andy and Jody Sue, that's another thing. It was around, wasn't it 2:30-ish to 5:30? Was it 3:30 to 5:30 or 2:30 to 5:30? It was 2:30 to 5:30. So it was like she almost knew that Candace, it's like she knew that Candace was going to be there soon. And she walked down to the end of the driveway, or drove down to the end of the driveway, and like walked over to Candace's driveway or something and waited for her or something. Cornbread a lot lately, really? Yeah, I saw where she claimed well, just like freaking Dawn today is accusing me of bringing Fred Hill on his property on Saturday, when, for one, me and Fred have airtight alibis because he was at the hospital and I wasn't even in the state. But for two, like, why is he? I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me why. I've never gone out there and bugged him. Why doesn't he want me talking to people who were there on the road that day? Did you guys all hear my video I posted of, yeah, I am. It's the one with that pretty sky picture. I am positive it's him. If Andy was on a hill at 3 to 3:30, then these text timestamps may help. Yeah, I have those somewhere, but hold on. Let me pull up my next thing. I was gonna a couple other things to.
That's crazy. Look at all that.
What is this? Oh, this is okay. Well, this one's not that interesting of one, but it's the moment. Hold on.
crazy. Look at all that. Rhymes. Oh, that's probably where he parks.
Yeah, that's when I found Haskell. He parks right over here. This is a light road.
Rhymes. Oh, that's probably where he.
Okay. And then let me see here. I have a video of oh yeah, it's in my Dropbox. That's why. Like, why can't I find it? Wait, I'm comments. Sorry. If CPS do that, girl was living in that shed with no water, electric, no way to cook. They take that young lady out of there. It looks like, yeah. I don't know why is shed out there or something. Hold on. This computer is going. Here, I'll pull up the comments on my phone because I can't. My computer's, of course, stuck right now. All right. Take blankets out of the washer. Answers with lies and misinformation. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. Trying to pull up this video. I had to put it in my Dropbox because it was too big of a file to email to myself. And I'm trying to open Dropbox, which actually, once I get off here, I'm going to clean up the computer. Can you guys hear me now, or is there still no sound? Okay. Go to my January 2023 folder. Okay, damn, I finally have got it open. I don't know which one here I'm playing first, but
Film. Okay. So we're on 347 West, about 1.4 miles from Ben Hill Road, and we are just driving along now. There's some people who want a video. They said if I come down here, get a video of Ben Hill Road, as far as, and say what each house or who's at each house. So now I'm not sure where I know where a few people live, so it will be good for perspective. So also this road might come in handy. You never know. Or this video might come in handy right here too. I think this road is also considered Lone Star. It says, let me see. I'll let you guys know. Oh shit! Here we go. We're in Hawkins County. I'm kind of scared. I'm scared being in Hawkins County, but I know we're only in Hawkins County for less than, as far as driving, less than a mile. So just have to make it to Ben Hill. Oh, a doggy just ran across the road. Look at the sky. Well, Ziggs was just commenting on how nice the sky looked, or how cool it looked. She had never seen it peak.
In a quarter mile, slide left onto Ben Hill Road.
There we go, guys. We're almost there. This is my first time to Ben Hill Road for this trip, January of 2023, which is
take the next left onto
the
Ben Hill Road.
Anniversary of when I was here first. So this first house we come up to is, I forget the guy's name, but this is the house of
his name's Donnie.
The kid.
In 600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
The 18-year-old kid who Marlene Lawson claims that Candace Wells was having an affair or messing around with, and he was, oh gosh, I think at the time he was a minor, if I'm not, and now he's 18. So I've tried contacting him. I forget his name, but I'm sure some of you know. So we're going around here, getting to, this road is very dangerous.
You have arrived.
Okay, so here's the famous 110. They still have the put packages here. Oh man, dude, where is summer, guys? That's why I want to. Oh, here we go. Up that hill is, you know who, Jody Sue. Okay, so, this whole walk that Candace. This video is important so people see how far this road goes back. Candace did not walk down here. Okay,
Okay, and now I'm going to pause this for a second, just for clarity and just for context. It's important to note here that we now know, according to Fred, He talked to the guy who was the witness of seeing Candace that day driving at the end of Fred's driveway. That she was actually in a vehicle, not she was not walking. So she was actually driving. So now we know she was in a vehicle, which makes much more sense because there's no way she could have seen Jody Sue from 4:30 to 5, and then this guy see her from 4:30 to 5 over at the end of Fred's driveway, because to walk there from her house would have taken forever. I mean, yeah, definitely longer than 30 minutes.
Tiffany Marie was telling me something that really piqued my interest. Okay, right here's that where you get to Simpson Loop, okay, off of Ben Hill. And down there, I think that's where the Sherfies live. I've actually gone down that road, I don't think. So you keep going. Okay, so if Candace claims she saw Jody Sue at the end of her drive between 4:30 and 5, what makes that super duper interesting is that at around that same time, 4:30 or 5, when that guy saw Candace at the end of Fred's driveway. Here, right here on the left is, okay, well, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, wait, no, up here, yeah, that's Fred Hill's mom's house. What? Why is it growing over like that? Oh, she must be, wow. It wasn't, the grass was not tall like that. I wonder if she's not, I know she was in the hospital, but anyways, okay. And it's a very fun evening, and it's only like 6 p.m. or something. So it's January 1st, 2023. So if Candace saw Jody Sue at the end of her drive at 4:30 to 5, and then that guy saw Candace at the end of Fred's driveway from around the same time. Is that the bone situation? Oh, there's a car coming. I'm guessing probably it could be Fred. If we have a car coming, we're gonna have to. Freddie boy, is that shoes?
Oh my God.
I don't know who that is. I'm guessing it's the guy. Uh-oh, he's probably reading my life. Oh, let's not go here. Okay, just keep going. Don't mind me. I don't know who that guy was, but I'm guessing he lives here at the end of the road, and from what I hear, he's not very friendly. So we're getting to the end here. Here's this bridge like that we talk about. It's like a little bridge. Oh, cool. So here is Fred Hill's. Shh. Shut up, dog.
Okay, so right here, I go up there and I talk to Laura. That's like the end, close in the video, and right there past Fred Hill's, the last house would be the Redmonds, down at the other side of the road. And the Redmonds and Fred are have been in a property dispute for a while. And also, the Redmonds have been in a property dispute with Roy Fanning also. I don't know what the loaf thing means. I think that Jenny came up with it. Okay, I have one other video. Which one's this?
Okay, so let's do this.
Oh, okay. It's the same type video, but on the way back, I guess.
Leaving Fred's. This is Fred's. Down there is the Redmonds at the very end.
So here's another video, but on the way back.
I'm going to show you the or how far back it is, and where people live that I know, or where people live that I know of.
So right now I'm on his end of his driveway.
That's the Redmonds. That's the very end of Ben Hill. Okay. And
oh, and by the way, hold on.
It started. I just took Laura to the store. It started. Oh my gosh! Out of nowhere, just like.
Okay, so by the way, the Redmonds, just so people know, they put spikes. Their property is across from Fred Hills. They own all that land across there. And they have like this sheepdog in there that they got from another country or whatever. It's pretty cool, but they need to, it's all matted and stuff, but poor dog. Anyways, they put spikes in their yard. So just so people know, that's the kind of stuff they've been doing. And they have a camera facing Fred Hill's property and stuff. So yeah, I almost learned the hard way about the spikes in the grass, but luckily I didn't run over it.
Weather just got real bad out of nowhere. So I'm going to try to come back down here because I haven't got to talk to Fred yet. He's been at the hospital, but supposedly tonight it's going to happen, so we'll see. Okay,
hey,
so
Ziggy.
This is the curve right here that Fred and Laura ran into Andy. Or, I'm sorry, that girl that was behind Andy.
No, Andy. Sorry. I was right the first time. It was Andy that they passed. They passed Andy in the road. Both of them saw Andy. Had to pull over to let him by. 2 witnesses saw him on the road. And hopefully we're going to be getting a hold of a third witness, Andy. And when we do, and she confirms that she saw your Kia Soul in front of her, that's going to be evidence, at least here for the YouTube public and community.
Which she might even not. The reason I found out a reason why she hasn't been brought up much by Fred and them. There's where the bones were found. Okay, so I just for you guys to see, just so you see how far down it is. There's no way Candace walked down here. Okay, she can have walked. If she saw Jody Sue at the end of the driveway from 4:30 to 5, then there's no way that she was found. I mean, there's no way she walked because she was seen. Okay, so up there's his mom's. Okay, Fred's mom's. We're still going. This road is really dangerous. A lot of times people don't, I mean, there's hardly anybody ever on this road. So that's why June 15th is just so odd with all these sightings. And Simpson Loop down there, I think, is where Sherfy family lives. Or okay, so we're still going. There's the hill up there. So now we're starting to see Dawn and Candace's place up on the hill. so we passed Jody Sue's. There's Jody Sue's driveway right there, okay? All the way up there. There's no way she could see what's going on with Dawn and Candace or all the way up there, okay? It is very, very far. There is no way. What was Jody Sue doing at the end of this driveway from 4:30 to 5? That's what I want to know. So, just now passing Dawn and Candace's. So, you tell me, you think freaking Candace walked all the way down there at lightning speed when she was seen 4:30 to 5 by one of Fred's friends? Then she asked if Fred or Laura was home, and he told him no, that they were towing a vehicle to a junkyard. And she said, "Okay, thank you." And she mentioned how she can't find her little girl. And then he said, "Well, I'm going up the mountain. If I see her, I'll let you know." So yeah. So why when this? I don't know, seeming to create an alibi. That's what it seems like to me.
Okay. So I actually have I was going to pay also my, hey, electronic medium. Do you guys remember, I also brought up the story about how when Don told about how he saw that little girl like playing by the road and how he got out of his vehicle supposedly and like walked into the people's house and said, "Oh, she could have been taken," or something like that, or little kids are being taken. Do you guys remember that story? See, that's why we need like some type of visual to keep this all in perspective, because there's been a lot of crazy stuff that's happened. Okay. Pulling up. You guys remember? Yeah, I wonder who that was. I should have asked Fred who. I'm going to try to see. I'm going to message him and see if he can tell me who that was, because I want to talk to those people. I want to talk to the person like he woke up or whatever. What's this one?
That guy?
It makes me sick. I'm on a freaking.
Okay. So this is when some of you guys might have saw this because I uploaded it to YouTube. But here's a little clip of, I have a couple of clips here I'm going to play from my my interaction with Haskell Ryans, who is another person that Don Wells, who is the father of Summer Wells, a little girl who went missing June 15th, 2021 out of Roseville, Tennessee, never to be seen again. And Don Wells named as certain people who were kind of people that didn't have the best reputations in the area, like Haskell Ryans. He has an alcohol problem. He has been in trouble for, well, according to Fred, actually, he says that Haskell is very dangerous. At this time, I did not know that. When I was, it was just me. It was just me when I talked to Haskell. So, nobody else was with me. Not my daughter, nobody. And he's like 100 pounds soaking wet. He looks harmless. I don't know how, even if he had a knife on him, I don't even think he'd be able to overpower. I don't know. But supposedly Fred says he's dangerous. I don't know. He was named by Don Wells. Fred Hill was named by Don Wells as a local meth dealer, and then he also named Dudley Ajan, a guy that he said they worked with that was crazy or on meth. Who else did he name? But anyways, here was Haskell's reaction to Don Wells accusing him of doing something to Summer or naming him to the police.
Bad guy?
It makes me sick. I'm on a freaking puke, boy.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they don't
how
know
the heck? And they know me. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, just like Fred.
It's like my nephew, kid. It's hard to even, I cry. That's how teed off I am. It is. It is, man. And I'd heard a kid like that.
Right.
I mean, it messes with you. I mean, I'm all right.
Right. I mean, that's offensive.
They was showing me. And that's all I've done is fist fight. Growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't nothing. Who could you blame and everything else? And this or that. I went to slow learning school and everything else. I guess that's who could you blame it on?
Yeah. I mean,
It's sad.
maybe law enforcement didn't like or had problems with in the past.
It's so sad. I teared up a couple times, listening to this. It was sad, actually, because he started to cry.
Bad guy?
It makes me sick. I'm on a freaking puke, boy.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, they have no words
how
about me.
the heck? And they know me. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, just like Fred.
It's like my nephew, he got a kid. It's hard to even, I cry. That's how teed off I am. It is. It is, man. And I'd heard a kid like that.
Right.
I mean, it messes with you. I mean, I'm all right.
Right. I mean, that's
They was
offensive.
showing me. That's all I've done is fist fight. Growing up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't nothing mean. That's who could you blame it on? And everything else, and this or that. Because I went to slow learning school and everything else. I guess that's who could you blame it on better?
I mean, he picked certain people that he thought that maybe he didn't like or had problems with in the past.
So he was telling about how he was slow learning school and that he's kind of a slow learner, and who could, and it was kind of sad. But he was right. Just like naming Fred Hill. There's a reason why he named the people that he named, because he tried to pick people that would be kind of believable to the officers. Okay, and hold on one second. I have to check which one of these videos is the one I need to play next. Okay, I think I know which one it is. Okay. Here's the thing about monkeys. This is what Haskell says about the monkeys. Oh my God. Haskell and his nephew. Hold on, let me
Rumor, or either of you guys heard a rumor about monkeys out here?
Yeah, they are. See?
I swear to God. You swear.
Honest.
Hey, nephew.
People say
Nephew.
it.
Is that true?
Honest to God.
There's really monkeys?
Honest to God.
Have you seen them?
We used to.
Shut up. Let me see your face.
For real.
Is he laughing? Yes, you're laughing. So is there monkeys really?
Here. Yeah. They are really, man.
Huh?
Snipe hunting.
What hunting?
Snipe hunting.
Snipe hunting.
Yeah.
They said you ever been snipe hunting?
No.
Huh?
No.
They said you won't go.
Why? Is you see
You know
them out
what
there?
snipe hunting is?
Why are you gonna kill me out there?
See, you go, when you
I'm not scared at all. Every day on YouTube, you're like, oh my God, I
when
can't
you-
believe you
when
went in
you
there.
go
Right,
snipe hunting like that, when you go snipe hunting, see, we was all growed up going snipe hunting.
So you guys saw monkeys when you were snipe hunting?
Look, we hold the
Hold on.
sack here.
I think that this is not actually the one I wanted to play. They're joking around with me about the snipe hunting, but I think this is the wrong video. Hold on.
Rumor about monkeys out here?
Yeah. See?
I swear to God. You swear.
Honest.
Hey, nephew.
People say
Nephew.
it.
Is that true?
Honest to God.
There's really monkeys?
Honest to God.
Have you seen them?
We used to.
Shut up. Let me see your face.
For real.
Is he laughing? Yes, you're laughing. So
They
there's
say hunting is a joke, but the monkeys are real though.
is the monkeys really real?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause some brothers and sisters used to have them, and some of them, and
Chimpanzees is what you guys
they,
think about?
some of them turned them loose, you know.
Bigfoot's up here too.
Bigfoot.
Yep.
Bluefoot.
I would almost believe that more than
They
monkeys.
sing by Granny. Hey, I've
Caves.
seen a big elder like them by
How would
Granny.
they live through the winter, the monkeys?
Caves.
There's a lot of caves out there.
Yeah, they caves everywhere through here.
Are you at Ryan's also? Do you see them out here on your pretty? Where did you go?
I mean, you hear them. You know what I'm saying?
Where, like, what roads? Like, where do you have to go to see them? Like,
I
where
heard
you
them
usually?
up there in the holler up yonder. Well, part of
Ben Hill?
Upland is here and up there, you know. Yeah.
At the end of Ben Hill and stuff, like
Yeah.
where Fred is?
These mountains, yeah, just this is where I raised. Some brothers
Hell,
and
I've been
sisters,
around for 22 years.
yes, even born.
I've had a boar.
My little
Right
cousin,
up
them,
past me, and I was 7 years old. on a four-wheeler.
A boar, like a.
Yeah, wild boars. They
It
just
wasn't
come
a small
through.
pig boar either. It was a fucking.
But don't.
Monkeys.
So you let your dog out of the house, right? So you got a house dog or cat.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think they go south in winter, maybe?
Probably, or whoever owned them, you know, or something there. They hang them.
Was it
around
from
them,
somebody releasing it?
Huh?
Was it somebody from releasing?
Or just
I'll play it one time. Come on, play.
You hear about?
that's them though.
Hey, have
I
you
got
heard?
that brother and sister
Yeah.
too.
Have you heard a rumor, or either of you guys heard a rumor about monkeys out here?
Yeah, they are. See,
I swear they got. You swear.
honest.
Hey, nephew.
People say
Nephew,
it.
is that true?
Honest to God.
There's really monkeys?
Honest to God.
Have you seen them?
We used to. I
Shut up.
swear,
Let me
no,
see your
for
face.
real.
Is he laughing?
That's
Yes,
like-
you're laughing. So
They
there's
say that is a joke, but the monkeys are real though.
is a monkey's really real?
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, 'cause
'cause some brothers and sisters used to have them, and some of them, and
Chimpanzees is what you think
they
they are?
some of them turned them loose, you know.
Bigfoot's up here too.
Bigfoot.
Yep.
Slewfoot.
I would almost believe that
They
for the
said
monkeys.
it's same migraine. Hey,
Okay.
I've seen a big elder locking
How would
migraine.
they live through the winter, the monkeys?
Okay.
There's a lot of caves out there.
Yeah, they caves everywhere through here.
Are you Orion's also? Do you see them out here on your property?
Where
do you have to go?
And I mean, you hear them. You know what I'm saying?
Where, like, what roads? Like, where do you have to go to see them? Like, where
I
you
heard 'em
usually?
up there in the holler up yonder. Well, part of man is here up there, you know. Yeah.
At the end of Ben Hill and stuff, like
Yeah.
where Fred is?
These mountains, yeah, this is where I was raised. Some brothers
Hell,
and
I've been
sisters,
around for 22 years.
before he is even born.
I've had a boar.
My little
Walked
cousin,
right up
man.
past me, and I was 7 years old on a four-wheeler.
A boar, like a.
Yeah, wild boars.
It wasn't a small pig boar either. It was a fucking.
But don't.
Hey,
monkeys.
so you let your dog out of the house, right? So you got a house dog or a house cat.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think they go south and north, maybe?
Probably, or whoever owned them, you know, or something there. They hang them
Was
around.
it somebody
and they still
releasing them?
feed 'em.
Was it somebody from releasing
Or they just took
a
out.
long time ago? And
You know how you get, remember?
So that's just clips of our conversation with me, Haskell Rhines, and his nephew talking about the monkeys. And they claim that the monkeys are indeed correct or indeed real. And when they were talking about snipe hunting, I guess that's a joke they play on people who are green to the area, like don't know about the monkeys out there and stuff. Well, I guess snipe hunting is when you like get somebody who like myself or that doesn't know about the area or the monkeys or whatever, and you tell them you're going to go snipe hunting, and you take them out there and you give them a bag to collect all the snipes. That's what Haskell says anyway. I don't know what he was talking about. And then you go down and tell them that or something, you leave them out there, something about leaving them out there, and then they get scared out of their minds, I guess, being out there by themselves all night. But I guess that's when to see the monkeys. I don't know. It's crazy. I know, and I didn't want to be sneaky and stuff, but people made such a weird deal about it. It wasn't a secret, guys. You know, going and getting my pictures of my vehicle and stuff is so weird. Like, it was never a secret. And the only reason why I went to that gas station, which I knew was, most likely place to be seen by somebody who would know me because of certain people that hang out there and live near there. But anyways, that was on my way out of Tennessee. Somebody sent me a screenshot of some type of picture of me at a pump or whatever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I don't know. That's funny. It's not a secret. Just wanted to try to get talk to Fred again and try to talk to somebody new. And I accomplished that. And I say I accomplished, I think it was a good trip and fruitful. I did talk to somebody new. I talked to high school. I'd say 1.5. I talked to 1.5 people new. Because I'm almost, hopefully, close to talking to the person that saw Candace drive past Fred's that day. So anyways, guys, thank you so much. And I have more stuff to tell you about and share with you, but I'm going to try to keep them short. It's easier to find stuff that way. And it's easier for people to watch all of it. So anyways, I will be back tomorrow. And we'll go over maybe some of Laura's conversation and the things Fred said, because unfortunately I don't have recording of me and Fred. I mean, I have a picture, but very bummed about that, but it's okay. They just pretty much went over the stories again. He repeated it would have been easier to hear them too, because it would have been a good recording. So it's a bummer that it didn't save, but it would have been clear, is what I mean by a good recording. So anyways, thank you guys. Good night. I'll talk. He loves his voice. I love when Haskell goes, honest. In that recording, when you ask, it's so cute. He starts laughing. He's like, honest. Oh. While Dottie's here, I will go ahead and mod her and before I end it. Oh, thank you, Imagine Peace. Thank you, nicely done. And also, people, if you were a mod and aren't anymore, and are still wanting to be a mod, just email me. It's not anything personal. I unmodded everybody, literally everybody. All right, guys, talk to you later.